shielded you. The other reason why I encourage you to buy land is that many other forms of investment and businesses can be crushed when the economy goes wrong. The period of COVID taught us that any business can crash. I know people who had capital, big capital, going to Turkey and China and importing products, selling them, and you find someone has capital of like 30, 50 billion. But because of the lockdown and the 2 years of COVID, by the time the economy was totally opened, some of these people were back to zero. Because when you have a business, it only grows when you're having more income than expenses. But when you have a business where you're spending and you're spending more than you are getting, then it is likely to crash. So many businesses died in the time of COVID. However, if you had your land before COVID, you still have it now, even after COVID, because land stays there. Even if a war comes, the war will end and your land will still be there. So when you invest in land, you avoid losing your capital. You avoid eating your seed. Let me give that as another point. In life, everybody needs two forms of where to keep your money. There is where you keep your money in a place where you can access it easily. For example, if you keep it in a bank, you can go there any moment and withdraw it. If you put it in a business, any day you can make sales and remove the money, use it to buy a car, put it in wedding, meetings, fly abroad for a holiday, have a picnic, and so on. However, if you put money in land, land is a fixed asset. It is something that is not easily converted to money. You cannot just wake up and say, I am selling my plot in order to get money to go to hospital. I need 100,000 shillings. No, you will not sell your land. Because land, it holds your money. And because it holds your money, it is helping you save it. So it helps you avoid misusing your money. I have people that I've journeyed with, mentoring them. Somebody tells you, I've been working for 10 years, 20 years, but I've never managed to save. I tell them, you know what? Let me give you a plot of land. Some people, I give them options of paying monthly. If a plot is, let's say, 20 million, every month you pay maybe 2 million until you cover the amount and then you get your title. So I have had people who were not saving and I gave them such an option and they started buying land. So you find he has a plot of 20. He keeps paying, depositing on another plot. Now he has 2 plots, then 3 plots. By the time you realize it, he has enough plots that he can sell and raise capital of maybe 300 million and do what he wants to do. So land helps you save your money. It helps you fail to access it when you would have wasted it. But also, it grows your capital. There are people who went into real estate with just like 10 million, 5 million, and right now, a person can tell you, I have 1 billion. But they have stayed there. They've taken 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. Somebody has been consistent. Real estate is not something where you invest money today and get it tomorrow, no. In fact, if you think that you may need money under duress, you want to sell under pressure, don't put your money in land. Because if you sell under pressure, you may fail to get even what you put in while buying. So it's important that you go into real estate knowing that your money is going to stay there for some time. Another reason why I encourage you to buy land is that land gives good collateral. When you have a land title, you can access money from a bank or a microfinance institution at lower interest rates compared to money lenders. If you do not have land, or perhaps a good car that has good resale value, you'll not easily get collateral and against which you can borrow. And yet in real life, you will find situations where you have to borrow. Perhaps you have a business deal. You know you're going to get big money, but you don't have enough capital to deliver. So you have to borrow. Sometimes you start a business, and along the way, maybe somebody's meant to pay you. They get a challenge, they don't pay you in time, you're stuck with rent, you have to borrow. So when you have land, it is very good collateral. This is Robert Bake, Mr. Inspiration. I come from Win-Win Properties and World of Inspiration Publications, a company that is known all over Africa for publishing inspirational books. And what many people know me for is Obunuzi restaurant in Wandegea. That's my restaurant, and it's where I sit. In case you want to see me, you want to consult me, you want me to mentor you, I do not charge anybody for mentorship, for giving advice. I do it freely. And if you're also looking at buying land, buying a house, or selling land or a house, you can always reach me. I sit at my restaurant, Obunuzi Restaurant in Wandegea. Please follow this account. This is where I am going to be posting videos every day, teaching you about real estate and how you can avoid the mistakes that many people make and lose land or lose money, but also how you can make money from real estate. God bless you.